Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the week beginning 13th of January. How exciting! Over the weekend we had the full moon into Cancer on Friday, and then we had all these planetary alignments. I'm not an astrologer and I don't profess to be, but there's been some massive revelations for myself over the last couple of days around certain areas of behaviour and things that I've felt. And one of them stemmed back to when I was 22. And it's just come up now, ready to be released and ready to be healed and transmuted, etc. So one of the cards that I've got, so I've already pulled the angel cards for this week. So we'll start with this one. So this card, it's called Alchemy. And I feel as if whenever I pull these cards, it's a variety of angel cards, I always ask what the collective needs to know. So what does everyone need to know, not just obviously myself. And with the Alchemy card, I feel as if this is to do with things that have happened within your past that are needing to now be resolved, to be healed, to be transmuted into like a higher energy. So whether there's been feelings of lack or some feelings that have sort of kept you on a low vibration, this is the week to turn those around and to start just asking, not transmuting, to finally let them go. So the full moon on Friday was, it was a big opportunity to really let go of anything and everything that we wanted to. But as stuff has come up potentially over the weekend for you, any revelations or any sort of aha, ping idea moments, it's about letting those go and transforming potentially what was maybe, if something happened to you that maybe hurt you, or if there's like any regrets or sense of loss, it's about taking that feeling and transforming it and utilizing it to help you to move forward. Because I feel as if with this card as well, there's so much sort of like orange around here and yellow, so there's a lot in the way the fire is. There's a lot of passion, a lot of heat around these sort of ideas. And I feel like this week is a real time to move forward and to just go. And just leaving in the past whatever needs whatever needs leaving in the past, leave it there. Yeah. So the next card I got was You Found It. And I feel like this is like, how I just said, the ping idea sort of moment. I feel as if for many of us over the weekend, there's been an idea or a realization about the way that we've maybe been acting, which hasn't always served our best interests or been in our best interests. So I feel as if as well with this one, I feel as if like I said, I just feel as if there's been a lot of ideas that have been had over this weekend. And these ideas, there may be something where it's like it's come from nowhere and you're like, where did that come from? But it's an idea which may have been sort of planted a while ago, or someone said something and you think, actually, this is what I want to do with my life, this is where I want to go, this is who I want to be. Yeah, does that make sense? So I get, because the guy's wearing purple as well, I feel as if there's some self-healing to be done. And in order to manifest this idea, it's time to start your healing journey and working on yourself, working on your personal development. Many of us, it's the start of a new year, many of us think, right, I'm going to change my diet and I'm going to exercise and I'm going to get fit. And that's sort of where it stops. But I feel like what this card's asking us to do is to go beyond that. So it's like, okay, yes, you might need to change your diet or want to change your diet. Yes, you might want to exercise and you might want to change your physical form, but there's another level beyond that which needs healing as well. So it's about what does your spiritual development look like? What does your personal development look like? And exploring that more in order to manifest these ideas that you're having. And I feel like this one follows on from it. So it's Star Ancestor. So these cards are Kyle Gray's past life, well, they're not past life, angels and ancestors cards, they're called. I'll put the link underneath. And I use these generally in my past life readings. But I feel as if this one's very apt because it's about following the voice of your soul, which comes from the aha ping idea moment. It's asking you to remember and just feel into your heart, what is it that you want to do going forward, with your life. So are you happy? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Because that's a massive part, of life, is if you're doing something that you're not enjoying, it's no fun. And life's about having fun and enjoying stuff. So I feel as if what this one is saying, it's just a reminder that to listen to your inner intuition and to listen to what that's saying as opposed to what your head is saying. So, and I'm not a scientist either, but I feel there's this logical mind and this intuitive mind. So our intuitive mind wants to go off, and create and to imagine and to do stuff. And then the logical mind kicks in and goes, oh, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Or the ego mind. So I just feel like this one is a reminder to not listen to your ego and to your mind, and to just check in with your heart and follow your heart and what your heart wants you to do. Angel of communication says, communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Okay. So with this card, it's not about, starting to go around basically, telling that, I don't know, for example, telling your auntie Edna, that she smells, or, being that truthful and honest, yeah. But it's about being able to communicate to those that you love around you and who are close to you, your feelings and how you feel without fear of repercussion, or without fear of rejection from them. So it's about owning who you are and being true to you. So I feel like the message of not being afraid to tell it like it is. So if there's something that you know in your heart and your soul that you want to do, that is your passion, then I feel like this card is a reminder to tell people that that's who you are, and that's what you feel. I was saying to someone, because I also run a networking group on a Friday, and I was saying that when I first started learning all the spiritual stuff and Reiki and everything else, I went to my very first networking group, and there was all these men there in suits and boots, and there was me, and I went in and they were like, so what do you do? I was like, Reiki. And I whispered it because I wasn't sure of what I actually was doing or who I was. And it was sort of like, I wasn't coming from a place of power. I was coming from this place of like, oh my God, I really don't want to be here, but standing up, and saying, this is who I am and this is what I do, it's going to benefit you like further down the line. And it's going to make people think, whoa, this person knows what she's doing. She knows her stuff, or he knows his stuff. And he's very sure of who he is, which makes you come across, as being more confident and more sort of sure. So now when I go to networking events, depending on who my audience is, I sometimes end it with saying, I say, I'm Lindsay Banks, I'm a psychic medium and spiritual entrepreneur, and sometimes I speak to dead people, and just to sort of like, it just depends who the audience is as to what I say and engage in it. But yeah, the communication thing is very important this week. And then the last one, so energy flows where my intention goes. So I feel like this one is a reminder about manifesting and how to manifest. Because if we're spending all of our time thinking about the worst case scenario that can happen, that's where your energy is going, to the worst case scenario, okay? Whereas if you have had an idea, for example, and I don't know, say you want your own radio show, yeah, then what you're going with your energy, it's like, okay, so which radio shows would I like to be on? What do I want to be able to talk about? Yeah, can I approach someone and just start thinking about where you're putting your energy? So if it's if you're putting your energy into something that hasn't happened yet, might not ever happen. If you're putting your energy into the past, you're not going to be able to manifest and create as much as you want, as if you're being mindful, trying to be in the present and thinking, right, this is what I want next. Yeah, this is where I want my energy to go. So actually sitting and just setting your mind to where you want to be will also have massive benefits, as opposed to sitting there thinking, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not good enough, or what happens if, yeah, because the chances of this what happening if are very slim. Yeah, so try and remain present this week, try and remain focused, try and, if you can, like I said, send the energy where you want it to go. Yeah, so set your intentions, and if you've got a list of intentions from like the last new moon, or if you've got some goals for 2020, get them out and look at them and revisit them and keep sending your energy there. Okay, so I'll put some links in the comments if you want to purchase any of these cards. The links will be below. If you would like to book a one-to-one reading with myself as well, my email will be under there. So I hope this week serves you well, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste.